They walk among us. Warning, I'm about to do something really stupid. No comment needed. Question, what is George W. Bush's first name? Peter, Tobin, Edmund, or George? And her answer was Edmund. They walk among us. Some guy bought a new refrigerator for his house. To get rid of the old fridge, he put it in the front yard, hung a sign on it saying, "Free to a good home. You want it, you take it." For 3 days, the fridge sat without anyone looking twice. He eventually decided that people were too mistrustful of this deal, so he changed the sign to read, "Fridge for sale, $50. The next day, someone stole it. Walk among us. I stopped at McDonald's and ordered some fries. The girl behind the counter said, "Would you like some fries with that?" They walk among us. One day I was walking down the beach with some friends when someone shouted, "Look at that, a dead bird." Someone looked up in the sky and said, "Where?" They walk among us. To all you hunters who kill animals for food, shame on you. You ought to go to the store and buy that meat that was made there, where no animals were harmed. And they walk among us. While looking at a house, my brother asked the real estate agent which direction was north because he didn't want the sun waking him up every morning. She asked, "Does the sun rise in the north?" My brother explained the sun rises in the east and has for some time. She shook her head and said, "Oh, I don't keep up with all this stuff." They walk among us. My colleague and I were eating our lunch in our cafeteria when we overheard an administration girl talking about the sunburn she got on her weekend drive down to the beach. She drove down in a convertible but said she didn't think that she would get sunburned because the car was moving. They walk among us. My sister has a life-saving tool in her car which is designed to cut through a seatbelt if she gets trapped. She keeps it in the trunk. They walk among us. My sister has a life-saving tool in her trunk. I was going out with a friend when we saw a woman with a nose ring attached to her earring by a chain. My friend said, "Ouch, the chain must rip out every time she turns her head." I had to explain that the person's nose and ear remain the same distance apart no matter which way the head is turned. They walk among us. I couldn't find my luggage at the airport baggage area and went to the lost luggage office to report the loss. The woman there smiled and told me not to worry because she was a trained professional and said I was in good hands. Now, she asked me, "Has your plane arrived yet?" I work professionals like this. They walk among us. While working the pizza parlor, I observed a man ordering a small pizza to go. He appeared to be alone, and the cook asked him if he would like it cut into 4 pieces or 6. We thought about it for some time and said, "Just cut it into 4 pieces. I don't think I'm hungry enough for 6 pieces. They walk among us. Seriously, I don't know when exactly that UFO landed and dumped all these stupid people, but they apparently aren't coming back for them. Dumb as a box of rocks. A true story. A neuropsychiatrist was a guest speaker at an academic function where Nancy Pelosi happened to appear. Miss Pelosi took the opportunity to schmooze the good doctor a bit and asked him a question with which he was most at ease. "Would you mind telling me, doctor," she asked, "how you detect a mental deficiency in somebody who appears completely normal?" "Nothing is easier," he replied. "You asked a simple question which anyone should answer with no trouble. If the person hesitates, that puts you on the track." "What sort of question?" asked Pelosi. "Well, you might ask, Captain Cook made 3 trips around the world and died during one of them. Which one? Pelosi thought a moment and then said with a nervous laugh, You don't happen to have another example, would you? I must confess I don't know much about history. Sadly, they walk among us. And last but not least, a man was driving when he saw the flash of a traffic camera. He figured that was the picture had been taken for exceeding the limit, even though he knew he was not speeding. Just to be sure, he went around the block and passed the same spot, driving even more slowly. But again the camera flashed. Now he began to think this is quite funny, so he drove even slower as he passed the area again. But the traffic camera again flashed. He tried the fourth time and the same result. He did this the fifth time and was now laughing when the camera flashed as he rode past, this time at a snail's pace. 2 weeks later he got a ticket in the mail for driving without a seatbelt. You can't fix stupid. They Walk Among Us. Edited by Ward. Produced by Nobody and Company. Approved by Nobody. A Church Mouse Productions release. They walk among us, and they vote. If you don't share this with 5 old friends right away, there'll be 5 fewer people laughing in this world. From your friend, the sane one, Ward. Blessed are the cracked because they let in the light. Retired or retarded, I cannot remember which one. This presentation was created by Ward. Contents come from various sources and I do not claim any as my property. No copyright infringement intended. If any belongs to you, please consider an honor that the contents were worthy enough to be shared.
And that's all, folks.